Hi, I'm Lena. I'm an INFJ. I'm from Sweden, and I want to thank Love Lou and Frank James for a beautiful clip that I saw this morning with a conversation about things that things about INFJs that was driving Love Lou crazy, and it was very interesting to see. I pretty recently discovered that I'm an INFJ and I'm still learning about it, and I felt like through her questions I really got to hear like the other side of the story when people are, going crazy, when we misunderstand each other. And yeah, so a few things came up that I wanted to share like in a response. And I guess the big deal for me about the clip was this like miscommunication between maybe introvert or extrovert that she was asking about, her dad being an INFJ, or other people maybe that she felt like they were not loving her back or giving back what she was putting out. And I think I understand like what she described there and what I'm experiencing from maybe the other side, even though I can feel that way about people too sometimes, like when we don't reach each other. And I think maybe what's happening between like introverts or extroverts, or at least that I discover as as an INFJ happens, is that when I space out, people that I'm with, that I'm talking to, might assume that I don't like being around them, or that it's some kind of disrespect or disrespond or shutting off, where it's more of like a spacing out, still very present, but like on another level maybe. So I also realized this happened to me, I think, a situation like this just 2 days ago. I was at a date, like having coffee with a new person, and he was talking about something, and I was trying to listen and like really listen. And to do that, I space out. It's not something we choose. I think it's just the way we are. And I space out and I try to hear like what he's saying and where it's coming from for him on a conscious level and on a subconscious level. Things that he might not be aware of that is making him say whatever he's saying. For me to know where to respond. It's not a choice, it's just something I've always done. And while I was doing this, like taking in all of this information, he asked me, "Are you listening to me?" Because I think he was like insecure, like what the fuck is wrong with her? Like I'm talking and she disappears. And I said like yes, but to me that kind of clash is very uncomfortable, and it costs a lot of energy for me to go out of that flow, that I just go with the flow, to take in and to sense and process on another level than the extrovert might be. So also through the Myers-Briggs theories, I started to understand these kind of clashes that happens, and that has always happened through my life as well. Sometimes when people experience that I pull back, when I'm very much present and just need to space out, it's rather spacing out than pulling back. But when someone tries to reach me in that state, it's very stressful to me, and that can make me pull back for real. Not conscious choice, just a reaction. It's happened with friends also. It stresses me out a lot if I have to break that flow. And I remember actually even as a child that sometimes I would like space out, and my mom would ask me like, "Did you fall into a trance now?" Because she noticed something happened, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And I was disturbed by being disturbed, like so I guess it's a matter of differences in communication. And I think what I want to say, like the most important part, is that there's not anything wrong with you, Love Lou, if you like feel INFJs are pulling back. It's not like you haven't done anything wrong. I think the best way to respond to it is to just let it be for a bit, and then you will discover that the INFJ is still very much there. What might happen for me when I feel stressed, and if people are trying to like go after me, it stresses me out enough to shut off, or feel like, wow, it's so stressful for me to be around this person, I'm gonna really have to pull back. So it's, I guess, maybe like counterproductive. And knowing now that I am an INFJ, it's also easier for me to understand that I have that need, and maybe I need to learn how to express that. Like, just give me a moment, give me a second, just I need some space, or just give me some time. So that's also, like, I'm learning very much about this right now as well. So yeah, thank you very much for that.